Hello and welcome to Fifth and Grace. Today we are going to look at romantic manifestations. It is a love season. So if you go back through my videos, I've done a whole bunch around love and relationships and everything. That's the theme for this month. So we're going to keep going. And if you are trying to call in love or deepen love, just go back a couple videos and do my love spell. I've laid it all out for you. It's I'll actually tag it in here as well. It's easily done with items you have in your house already. And if you don't have the exact items, that's okay. You can wing it. You can wing it. It's all good. But today we're going to look at romantic manifestations. Since we're just on the other side of Valentine's Day, I thought it would be nice to see, okay, where are we at? All of our friends who are looking for romantic love, who want to couple up and live a life with somebody. If I cough, which I'm going to do right now, I'll apologize. I'm so much better than I was a couple of weeks ago. Definitely, I feel like I'm sounding more like myself. I still have a bit of a cough. I'm still kind of stuffed up. I wish I could just clear up my sinuses, but here we are. Here we are. Okay, so we're going to pull 3 cards. And card 1 is what you desire in love. Card 2, what's blocking your romantic goals. And card 3, a step to manifest your ideal love life. How fun is that? Gonna have a sip of water. Sorry, everybody. I know this isn't like the sexiest time for me, as I've been heaving up a lung on the daily. And finally finished the antibiotics. So I probably won't be feeling as sick because I am allergic to a lot of antibiotics. So as much as they do their job to kill whatever is going on, they also make me quite sick. So it's a bit of a tightrope walk. And the mornings especially have been really unpleasant. So I'm glad that my cycle of antibiotics is done. I still have a puffer. And yeah, hopefully this is the end of it soon. Excuse me. Okay, card number 1. What you desire in love. Oh, well, the sun in reverse. That is quite interesting. What you desire in love. We're gonna look up timings as well. Excuse me, just because a lot of these are important. This is no timing attached to this card. So I've just looked it up. Yes, I do have my little book in front of me that I've made bajillions of notes on cards over the years, because I've been reading tarot a long time. And so I've got all these notes here, including dates and correspondences, things like that. So I'm going to actually read this both ways, because somebody out there is going to see it one way and somebody out there is going to see it another way. So in reverse, I would say there's somebody watching right now who wants to end their relationship and find someone more suited to them. I'm not even going to say better, but just more suited to them, better for them, as opposed to a better person. So there's definitely an element of a failed relationship here. But I don't really like looking at relationships that way. There's a really cool thing that I read, and it said that when a relationship comes to an end, it's because you've both taught each other everything that you can. And there's nothing, like, whatever you were supposed to teach the other person, you've done that. There's nothing left for you to do in that relationship. And so it has to end. So I don't really look at relationships ending as failed relationships. They're probably really successful relationships. When, look at people who split up, but they stay good friends. They raise their children together. They're still family. They still do all the family stuff together. They get along, but it just wasn't that, it wasn't a marriage anymore. So, excuse me. the relationships ending aren't always a bad thing. And when we, we say it all the time, like, get rid of the people who aren't serving your life, like who aren't good for you. We say that all the time. Why do we not mean that about romantic partners too? If somebody's not good for you, it's time to move on and do some time alone and do the healing work. This card in upright is definitely about healing. Excuse me. So it's okay if you're sitting there watching this thinking, I want to move on, but I need a sign. Here's your sign. Okay, make good decisions for yourself. Try not to hurt anybody on the way out. I know we always get hurt, but the thing is that if you kind of look at it in terms of like, we've done all we can here, so it's time for us to move on, then it's a little easier to stomach. So there's that. Upright. This would be, when we're talking about what you desire in love, it would be like joy, celebration. To me, this is, somebody is looking for their forever. That person they're going to be with forever. And, I know there's a whole lot of talk like we shouldn't depend on other people to heal us, whatever. But sometimes the relationships are incredibly healing. My husband, for one, I had horrible relationships over and over and over and over. And then I met my husband and I allowed myself to receive the love he was offering me. And this relationship has been very healing for me because I can be authentic and I don't have to worry that he's, gonna see me in a negative light or anything like that. He's seen some of the abuses that have occurred in my life. So he gets it. He totally gets it. But, relationships can be healing in the sense that if all you've ever had is jerks and then suddenly a good person comes along, that should be healing. They might not even know that they're healing. They're not actively doing anything, but just their presence, their stability, their certainty, the love they give, it can help heal people. So, there's somebody out there watching who just wants a good person, just wants a good person, and that healing light, and someone where they can, their inner child can come out to play. That's always a lot of fun. And I think it was Jordan Peterson who said the best relationships, the ones that work, are the ones where the couple have like their childlike element to the relationship, where you play, where you laugh, like, baby talk and things like that. That's meant to be really, really healing. And that's meant to also be a really important part of your relationship, that because not every relationship is exactly the same all the time. We have, our moments where we're the strong one, and we have, I say to my husband, all the stress is not good for the baby. And he'll be like, what baby? I'm like, me, I'm the baby. Take care of me. Right. So there's a lot going on there in that card. All right, let's keep going. What's blocking your romantic goals? I hope this isn't going to be an all reversal card reading. Our Six of Wands. Somebody's been cheated on and it's made them really scared. I can tell you not everyone's a cheater. There are a lot of unscrupulous people out there, but not everybody. It's not everyone. And the only way that we know whether or not we can trust somebody is to trust them. And so don't give your whole heart and your whole life over to somebody, but it's okay to trust a little bit more and more every day. But then keep an eye on things, because yeah, I am seeing a real downfall in society these days. And it just, I think it, I'm going to do a whole other video on it, but it comes down to, I don't care what you think of me, right? And it's like, yeah, we get that. We know. And a lot of people just really aren't concerned about what people think of them. And so they do horrible things. And this is, I'm really getting the sense that somebody watching right now believes that they're being cheated on or knows they're being cheated on. And that is really kind of sad, actually. It's what the element here is, the disloyalty. So it doesn't necessarily mean a physical cheating, but it could be an emotional cheating. It could be that they're telling your secrets. You know what I mean? Like they're betraying you in that way where like the conversations you've had are not being kept private, which really sucks. But again, back to, I don't care what you think of me, right? Because if somebody can confide in you and then you turn around and start blabbing that to other people, you don't care that the person that told you in confidence is being betrayed, and that they will see you as being untrustworthy. And you know what I mean? So I'm not saying you, but just the general collective you. My followers wouldn't do that. I know that for sure, because we know energy, you put that out there, it's coming back. That's for sure. It is coming back. But there's a fear of broken promises. There's a fear of failure. There's a fear of I'm getting not good enough, but feeling like you don't have a lot to offer a relationship. And to that I say, you know what? You can grow together. I know people who started in a bachelor apartment, like couples who started in a bachelor apartment with nothing and scrounged and scraped for every dollar just to keep a roof over their heads and food on the table. And that, both of them could have said, yeah, and I'm not bringing a lot to this relationship, but together they grew. Together they achieved. Together they own a nice big house now, and, all the things that go with that. It's okay. That's how it used to be back in the day. Like, say, my parents' generation, like boomers, you got married poor. You got married with nothing. That's why people gave you gifts. That's why there was showers and wedding gifts and things like that to get you started in life. And now everybody has everything. And now you kind of got to bring yourself to those relationships. So if you feel like you're afraid of relationships and your romantic goals, you got to do some healing work. If it's because you've been cheated on or you've been betrayed or left or whatever, kind of, sometimes people get left like out of the blue. They don't see it coming at all. But then there's also healing work to be done right here. Got to do some healing work. And if you feel like you aren't enough to start a relationship with somebody, then figure out what would be enough and get on with it. Get on with it, because there's a lack of achievement here in this card. Yeah. Especially for men, if they feel like they don't have enough money or they don't have a house or they don't have a good enough life, they will not get into a relationship. Men need to feel worthy, and men need to feel like they can provide, like real men, not these, I don't know, I'm not even going to say it, but real men, masculine men. They want to build their life first, and then they know that they can bring a wife and children into it. So that's very much what's going on there. And by all means, take these card meanings and do this for yourself with your own deck, and let me know what comes out specifically for you, because I'm really always so curious to hear what my followers get when they do these readings, because I wrote like 15 or 20 3-card readings just for this month, and I'm going to do that every month. So we stay on themes as well as all the extra stuff. But let me know what's going on here for you. I would love to hear in the comments. And our final card, excuse me, a step to manifest your ideal love life. Oh, girl. The High Priestess. The High Priestess is, trusting your intuition, trusting your subconscious, your inner voice. So the question is, or whatever, this card meaning is, a step to manifest your ideal love life. Trust what you're feeling. Trust what you're feeling. And the next step for you is going to come through your intuition. You're going to meet somebody or they're going to meet you, one or the other. And you're going to know, you're going to get an instant hit that this is a good person, bad person, whatever it is. But you want to be listening to your subconscious, your inner voice. Trust your gut. Trust your gut on this one, because you've learned enough over the years. You've learned enough here to recognize the patterns and the signs, and trust your intuition and trust your gut. And it won't be a logical thing. It won't. Yeah. I remember when I was in my 20s, so like, let's go back like 30 years. And I had a friend from college, and she met this guy who had a little girl. She had a little boy, and the man she met had a little girl. And I remember when I met him, I'd met him a couple times with her. He was at her place, whatever. And I just had this really like off feeling about this guy, but I couldn't figure out what it was. And like on paper, he was fantastic. Like she couldn't believe her luck. Couldn't believe her luck. So he was handsome, he was educated, he had a good job, he had a house, car, you know, spent money on her. Not that that's the most important thing, but you know, when you're going out for dinner on a date, like it's nice when the guy takes care of that. But I just had this, I don't know. And I said to her, I'm like, there's something off about this guy. I said, I know you don't want to hear this, but there's something off. And I don't know what it is, but I just get this icky feeling, and I can't figure it out because there's nothing about him that's screaming creep. Turned out he was molesting his daughter. So that, yeah, it was right on that one. So this is what I'm saying, is even if it looks like solid gold on paper, trust your gut, trust your instinct. Even if it doesn't look very good on paper, trust your instincts, trust your gut. So there you have it. There's something that will come to the surface, something that is currently hidden that will come to the surface. Good or bad, I don't know, but it definitely, there's an energy that there's something hidden right now, and you will be gaining knowledge about it. And I'm not getting like it's really bad, but it's definitely something surprising. Not shocking, just surprising. Interesting. Okay, there we go. If you want to support yourself with this, you can use moonstone and rose quartz. Those are the crystals connected to this card. And there's a strong message to go deeper into your spirituality for this. Now remember, a step to manifest your ideal love life. Once you get into spirituality, it's about faith, and faith in the unknown, faith in the unseen. And sometimes we just have to toss it out there for the universe and see what comes back. So have faith in yourself, have faith in the universe, have faith in the plan. If you believe that you have contracted all these different things in your life, then just have faith in that, to know that if you are meant to have somebody and be with somebody and spend your life with somebody, they'll come. They'll come, they'll show up, and you will know the instant hit. Like when I met my husband, that was it. I knew. And our paths had crossed so many times through our lives when we started to compare notes. So when you're meant to be together, that kind of thing happens, that the universe will keep trying to put you in the same room. And sometimes we're morons and we don't go for it, and it takes a while to get there. So, you know, there were moments when my husband and I were teenagers that we were in the exact same place, like a couple feet away from each other, even as children as well, because his mom and my grandmother worked in the same office. We didn't know that until after we met. We compared stories, and we've been to the same parties, the same events, knew the same people from school and everything else. So, but never met until we were in our 30s. Because probably we wouldn't have done very well together before then. So things happen with divine timing, and often the signs are already there. So there you have it. Don't be afraid to try this at home for yourself. Again, what you desire in love, what's blocking your romantic goals, and a step to manifest your ideal love life. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I so appreciate every single person who comes here, leaves a like, leaves a comment, watches to the end of the video. Thank you so much for helping my watch hours, as I'm really working hard to get to those magic numbers so that I can create more here with a membership. And believe me, when I get the membership going, y'all will be receiving many benefits. You'll be getting free card readings and member-only videos and things like that. Excuse me. But I got to get there. And the best thing that you could do for me, the most helpful thing, would be to just go to my playlist called The Works and just let it run in the background and get me those watch hours, because that's really what I need right now. So I thank you so much for stopping by. If you are a new friend or an old friend, don't forget to click subscribe. It is shocking to me how many people watch my videos who are not subscribers. So just click subscribe. It's free. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. It's free. It's not like I'm in your face bothering you all the time. You can choose to watch or not watch. It's all good. And click like, leave a comment, let me know you were here. You know what to do. I always find it shocking that I have to say that. And it's amazing how many, I was like, when you look at how many people watch videos, and so many content creators say the same thing, that it's like the people watching my videos are not subscribing. And it's like, this is why creators are like every 2 minutes in their videos are like, click subscribe, because apparently we do have to tell people that you need to subscribe to help us. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps us and lets us create more and more and more for you. So there you go. Thank you so much. I hope you have a very magical day.